Yeah.
You're like, here,
Exactly.
break this. I'll be like, okay.
Okay, now for hopefully the most important lecture in the entire course. In other words, if you get nothing else from this entire course, please get this.
Is it about the final?
It depends.
Good job. All right, you got your A. No, I'm kidding.
If only.
Because the question is, which data structure is the best?
It depends.
What does it depend on?
The
Every
The
performance
situation
of-
and the size.
Okay, so let's go evaluate some situations.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Sad.
Come on. All right, so what data structures do we have?
Array.
What type of array?
Sorted,
All right, so we have the sorted array.
unsorted array,
We have the unsorted array.
binary tree.
What do we do right after the array?
We have linked list and sorted and unsorted.
All right, so we go sorted, linked list,
I didn't know we were going
unsorted,
there.
linked
I was
list.
just going to name a bunch.
Okay.
Trees. Binary tree.
We got a binary. We have a binary search tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So binary search tree. What was next? I know this is the data structure you always forget about.
Is this a heap?
Yes, heap was next.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Hooray.
Hooray! Okay.
I thought that's like, we need to have that next time you teach. Heap,
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 hooray!
All right, what do we have next?
That's what I have in my laptop. It says heap, heap, hooray.
Okay.
Graphs?
Now before graphs,
Hashtag.
Wait,
Hash tables.
Oh, we did have those.
and I'm just going to make that one because hash table with chaining and hash table with open addressing are going to have similar answers. All right, what was next? Am I off the board yet?
Graphs.
Graphs. What
Wait.
type of graphs? What?
Are we counting like stacks and queues? And
So stacks and queues are the abstract data type. Okay, let me back up. I call these concrete data types because they're actually how the data is stored in the machine.
Yeah.
Stacks and queues are more of an abstract because you're just thinking of the interface, and you could use any of these concrete ones to implement them. Right. Now you could kind of say that with a hash table, but a hash table is specifically a combination of an array or an array and a linked list.
Well, isn't like a binary search tree like a weird way of doing a linked list?
No, because a linked list only has one link, or you go backwards, while a binary search tree always has children, and by that I mean two children. Which, by the way, we skipped one after hash. Well, no, we're right. Hash table. What came after hash table, but before graphs?
The thing we did for the lab today.
Oh, B trees.
B trees. All right. And what were the two types of graphs?
Adjacency matrix.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
adjacency list.
Okay. Look at that. Is that all fit on the board? Beautiful. Okay. Nice. All right, so what operations do we like to do? Let's go ahead and think of our stack. What was it? It was push
Push.
front? Push, where are we pushing?
Push front.
Push front.
Push back.
Push front. What's the big O on a sorted array? Does that make any sense? You don't push to the front of a sorted array. How about an unsorted array? You want to push to the front.
Rather not.
O then. Sorted linked list makes no sense. Unsorted linked list?
Oh,
That's actually
O1. Okay. Push to the front of a binary search tree. Does that make any sense?
No.
How about a heap? Hash table? A B tree? No. These don't make any sense. All right, great. That's fine. The operation can make no sense. I'll push to the back.
doesn't make sense.
So the array doesn't make sense. Unsorted, I guess.
So this is actually best and average O of 1. Worst is O of n. Sorted linked list makes no sense. Unsorted linked list,
Oh, no,
you keep a tail pointer, right?
So
Yeah.
with the unsorted array, are you just saying like if we didn't have enough capacity, then it's O of n?
Yeah, because you have to make a new
Yeah.
array, copy it all over.
All right.
And then the rest of this makes no sense.
Yay.
Okay.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Alright, how about if we pop front?
Fantastic.
Sorted array makes no sense. Popping the front on an array is O of n. Sorted linked list makes no sense. Unsorted linked list,
O of 1.
O of 1. Wow. Unsorted linked list is rocking it right now. And the rest
Hey,
of,
I'm better than
On the
you.
game.
man, we're doing great. Alright, then we'll pop the back. Good old wavy lines. Pop in the back on an unsorted array.
O of 1.
O of 1. Pop in your back.
I already did that.
Unsorted linked list.
O of 1.
And the rest of these don't make sense. Okay.
Far by the scale, it makes all like the binary stuff, all that look like trash.
It does look like trash so far. It really does. All right, how about just adding a variable anywhere? Just adding it to the data structure. Now we're gonna start, things are gonna start making sense. Sorted array, how hard is it to add to it?
O of n.
Why is it O of n?
Because you have to look through.
It's sorted, so you can run a binary search, which is log of n, to find it, find where it goes. But then,
When you,
Oh, you have to
shift
shift
everything down.
yep. How about unsorted array?
O of 1. Or in, perhaps.
Best and average will be O of 1 because you shove it to the end. Worst will be O of n because you have to reallocate the new array and copy everything over, right? How about a sorted linked list? Well, you gotta go through and find it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about an unsorted linked list?
O of 1.
O of 1. Man, it's just rocking it today. Binary search tree.
Log n.
Remind me of Trump's, like, I'm the best.
I'm the best. Average, or actually, I'm sorry, best and average will be log of n. And worst is O of n. And the worst is in the situation where it deteriorates into a linked list. How about a heap? You want to add to it? You add to the end of the heap and then you sift up. And adding to the end is O of 1, we're just going to say, for sake of argument. And sifting up is,
O of n? Yeah, O of n?
Log
no,
of n.
the log of it.
Oh. Wait, why is it not O of n?
Because it's only going through half the list.
Remember, it's heap is a perfectly balanced left justified binary tree. So every time you go up, you're cutting off half the list.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's a log of n. How about a hash table to add something? Best and average. Actually, hold on. No, to add something to a hash table. You jump to the array index and you add it to the list. Both those operations are O of 1, right? Ooh, hash tables. Nice. How about a B tree?
Finally doing something.
Yeah, finally.
Log
B tree.
base whatever the b is.
Yeah, so log base m of n. JC matrix. What are we doing? We're adding a vertex. Ooh. Oh, we just added to the end of it, right?
Oh yeah.
So we add to the end, but you have to resize the matrix, right?
So O of n.
So we'll call it O of n to O of n squared, depending on how it's set up. Because if it has to go both ways, then that's going to be a lot. How about the JC list? You just need to add a vertex to the end. You just resize the array. So that'd just be O of 1 to O of n. Okay. All right. How about search?
How could it be O of n for adjacency list?
If you, once you add to it, you have to reallocate the entire array and copy everything over.
Oh. Wait.
Because you have your list, right? If you need to increase the size of the array by 1,
Right.
and you have to do that,
Oh, yeah,
design
the whole
capacity,
thing.
then you have, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Most of the time it's O of 1 because there's that extra capacity, but if you hit capacity, you have to reallocate. All right, searching a sorted array is
Log of n?
log of it. Searching an unsorted array,
O of n.
searching a sorted linked list. And yeah, sorted linked list actually is not very useful, but that's okay. How about searching an unsorted linked list? Yeah, O of n. Because you can't just jump to the middle of a linked list, that's why you have to go through it. Searching a binary search tree. There's going to be a pattern to every answer to this one.
Log of n.
Right, because you have to go down the tree to find it, and worst case is if it deteriorates to a linked list. How about a heap? Searching for something in the heap. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to do that.
Because, yeah, the heap property could change that.
Yeah, it changes something. Or you could call it O of n. Because you can technically search the entire array. It just, you don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay. How about the search in a hash table?
O of n.
O of, no.
Log n.
No.
O of 1.
Yeah, so it's, hold on a second. Best and average, I need to start there, is O of 1. Worst case is O of n. In the instance where the hash table, everything's stored in the same linked list. How about the B tree? I forgot my O up here.
It's the same thing.
It's the same. This one's really gonna have a pattern. All right, what are we looking for? We're searching for I guess we're searching for an edge? Yeah, we're searching for an edge in the JC matrix. AKA, does an edge exist from here to there?
O of n.
In the
worst-
matrix?
M.
Oh.
O of
No.
m.
That's for the list, because you can have up to M items inside that list.
Yes.
But in the matrix, you're storing every possible connection in the matrix.
Oh.
So it's just a simple lookup.
O of 1.
So
Okay.
it's O of 1.
It's just a 2D array.
Right. It's a 2D array. Uh-oh, unsorted linked list. You're losing.
I don't think it's losing as bad as the sorted one.
Oh, the sorted ones. Yeah, the sorted one's gonna
One's
lose.
trash.
It's total trash.
The dumpster fire waiting to happen.
Let's see. All right, there's going to be 2 types of deletes. All right. So we're going to do, let's do delete largest.
Might want to slide the camera over to the left a little bit.
All right. So if you want to delete the largest from a sorted array, it is
Oh.
yep, O of 1. How about from an unsorted array?
O of
Oh.
n.
Well then, how about a sorted linked list?
O of
O of 1, because you just
Yeah.
move the
yes.
tail pointer back and then delete the tail. How about an unsorted linked list?
O of n.
O of n. What about a binary search tree?
Oh.
O of 1.
Where is the largest?
Top.
No,
Furthest,
that's a heap.
like the furthest right.
Yeah, you just keep going right, and to do that is log of,
Oh.
yeah, it's log of n. Is answer my own question. So you gotta find it log of n, except of course in the case where the,
Everything's on one side.
yeah, it becomes a linked list, then it's O of n. A heap,
Oh.
O of, no, that removes it, but then you gotta take the one from the top and percolate it
Log of n.
down. So it's log of n. How about a hash table? you just got to find it in the linked list and hit delete. So that's O of 1. You have to find, you have to find what array it is, and in general that linked list will be 1 or 2 elements, so we just call it O of 1. Worst case, where the entire hash table is one list, is O of n. All right, B tree.
Same thing.
Nope. JC matrix, we're trying to delete the largest edge. We'll do edge. When we delete the edge, what is that?
What do you mean by largest edge? Like largest weight?
Yes. So you'd have to scan the entire,
Ooh.
Matrix.
That's
In
ugly.
this word.
yeah, so that'd be square.
Yes. Very good.
How about in the JC list? You have to scan every vertex, and for every vertex all the edges, so it's n times m, where m is the average number of edge per a vertex or a node, and n is the number of nodes.
That's still better than the adjacency matrix.
Yes, it is. All right, now we're just going to do, I want to delete this item, just generic delete this guy. Just make him go away. Sorted array. You have to find it, right? Okay, and then,
You might have to shift it.
right, so
The n squared.
just n, because log of n to find it, plus O then to shift everything.
Oh.
Unsorted array. Well, you gotta find it, O of n, and then you gotta shift it. Sorted linked list.
Oh, one.
Well, you gotta find it.
I keep on forgetting
Find
it's sorted.
Yeah. You still have to find it.
Yeah.
Unsorted linked list.
That's
Oh,
how
then-
Man, this unsorted linked list is doing great. Now it's just, ugh. Huh. How about the binary search tree? Best and average,
Log it in.
Log it in
because you
and
gotta find it.
appreciates into it.
And then link, yeah, it's a regular linked list, and it's just O of n, because you gotta search the whole thing, aka these two guys right there. A heap doesn't make any sense to do this.
Yeah, just don't.
Hash table. You gotta find it, and then you hit delete inside the linked list. That's an O of 1 operation. So best and average is O of 1 plus O of 1, which is O of 1. Worst case, if you have a linked
Log
list,
it in.
O of n. How about a B tree?
Log it in.
Log m, log base m of n, where m is of course the what was it? How many children you have? Yeah. All right. We want to delete a random edge. So I say this is the exact edge we want to delete.
Oh, one.
Yep.
And it's done.
Yeah, JC matrix. On the list, you gotta jump to that index and scan the linked list. And we're just saying that m is the average length of a linked list, so we'll call it m.
Oh, man.
O of m. All right. Woo. What are some other good ones? Delete largest. There's some good ones so far. I'm trying to think if we should do any others. Anyone have any other ideas? Any other ones you want to do? We'll do memory usage.
Yay.
How much does a sorted array take up? If you assume it's always half full.
Always half full. Oh, then.
Yeah, it's O of 2 of n. We're not going to do big O here because they're all going to be O of n, so we're just going to say 2n.
Wait, so,
If I said that the array is always half full,
right.
then it's 2 times n, right?
Are you talking about like bit size and stuff, or like how much?
So if we create an array of 200 elements and it
Right.
only has 100 elements, it's utilizing 50%. aka, if n is 100, it's utilizing 2 times 100. So if it's half full, it's 2 times n. And we're going to say, let me write our assumptions out here. Array is half full, and key equals bytes of array doesn't have that, so we don't worry about it.
I can't see that on the board.
Well, then too bad for people at home. I'm running out of space, guys.
Those losers.
How about a sorted linked list?
That's just N, I think.
Yeah, it's N plus
NP.
NP. That's in the case of a singly linked list. A doubly linked list would be 2 NP.
Oh.
All right? That's fine. That's fine.
And unsorted's the same.
Yep. How about a binary search tree?
Um,
So n plus 2 NP.
N plus, you said 2 NP? Yeah, it's basically the same thing. This is an estimate. Not exactly correct, but that's okay. How about a heap? We're saying the array is always half full. So we're going to call it 2n because a heap is an array. Hash table. Well, we're saying the array is half full, but it's an array of pointers, so it's going to be 2 times p plus a linked list, which is this guy over here, n plus 2 plus n plus 2 np. Because the array, it's an array of pointers to linked list, so it's 2 times p because we're assuming an array is half full, n plus 2 np because that's how much we're saying the array is going to take up. All right, B tree. Oh boy, this one's going to be really hard. So we're going to estimate this. Well, each node contains m elements. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you didn't break it. I think someone has broken one of those
Yeah,
before.
they have.
Yeah.
An elbow or the table?
Oh, the table, yeah. Last time I asked, we should get one, because being from Texas, we should get like one with a giant longhorn or like a cowboy roping a horse down or something. But we didn't go for that. I don't know why. They look so beautiful.
So do I.
So each node contains m elements. And how many of those m nodes are we going to have? About log base m of n of those. Plus you need some pointers. You have a pointer on each of those nodes. And how many nodes are there going to be? M of n. Actually, there's no n there because you have a pointer in between each one. That's just a number. We're going to let that be for now.
So is that large then?
No, because these numbers right here are very small.
Okay.
It's not that big. The JC matrix, how much memory does that take up?
N squared.
N squared, straight up n squared.
That's not great.
Nah, it's terrible.
Be trash.
I think that's the worst of all of them. That's the
Yeah.
worst of all of them. How about the JC list?
M, N.
Right, n times, well, each one's going to have m elements, but they each have a pointer inside them, right? Yeah. Okay, so which one's best?
It depends.
On,
Which thing we're talking about.
okay. So which one's looking good for a stack? Which is utilizing, we'll say, push back, and actually I said that wrong. Utilizing push front and pop front.
Unsorted with this.
Yep. And then a stack would, or a queue would be push back, push front.
Still unsorted.
All right, so there you go. What if we want to do a priority queue? That would be add and delete. Ooh. Delete largest, sorry.
Maybe a heap or a B tree.
Yeah, a heap or a B tree is going to be your best bet. Although, keep in mind that you have, oh, so funny. You gotta tell me. You gotta know. I gots to know.
I have to show him.
Okay.
I'll show you after class.
Add and delete largest, so memory usage wise, the heap is going to be a little better than the B tree. So we're going to go ahead and say that the heap wins this time because of memory usage. How about searching and deleting?
B tree.
B tree is pretty much going to win straight up. Although a binary tree is not that bad, a little better on memory usage.
If we're talking about like edges, though,
Yeah.
I guess that adjacency matrix is pretty good.
Oh yeah, I get that too. So the adjacency matrix actually is going to win on the edges as long as that's what we're talking about.
But memory usage, it's awful.
It's terrible, so that's why you probably don't really necessarily use that. Yeah, unless you have plenty of memory.
All the memory in the world.
And I see how even asking which one's the best for this case is turning into, well, it even depends more.
Yeah.
Yep. Which one hasn't won yet?
Sort of.
Sort of never wins.
No, he loses all the time. I guess.
He's the worst sibling out of everyone.
Yeah, he's just terrible.
And he would win at deleting at
The largest.
largest.
Yeah, he would. But then you got to
So
add
things
something,
get
right?
added.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool.
If
It's
you
the only
only
thing you
delete
can add.
things, it wins.
No, only delete the largest.
Largest.
Only the largest. Actually, delete the smallest, it would win too. Let's see. So, hash table. What's a hash table? Well,
It's good at adding.
well, it's
and
good at adding,
searching.
searching, and deleting, as long as you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Delete largest. Actually, that's not true. Because that's to search the entire hash table. I messed that up. Wow. So as long as you're doing these three operations a lot, and you can deal with the fact that every once in a while it becomes O of n, a hash table is a pretty good choice. And think about that. That's for adding, searching, and deleting, which are very common things you do, right? So a lot of times a hash table is a good default choice. But not necessarily always, because it could be, there could be other factors going on. Well, we also talked about, the adjacency list. What's he better about? Pretty much storing a matrix while still being better with memory.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the whole course in a table. In a nutshell. There you go. You got that?
It skips the little bits such as the code necessary to make it work, but yeah.
I mean, you can always Google it, right?
Sure.
Google for the win.
Google for the win.
The internet has always been helpful and has never failed anyone ever.
Mm-hmm.
It provides you with all the truths, all the lies, and all the evidence to back it up.
The truth will live.
Yes, both the truth and the lies. Yes. Yes. All right. Any questions? Make sure this is crystal clear in your head because this is vitally important moving forward after this course.